Hi students, today we are going to learn another grammar lesson from our grade 6 chapter 1. At the end of the class you will be able to make suggestions and answering them, learn and identify the use of hyphens, listening and comprehend the paragraph, and write a story and narrate it. Today we are going to learn we are going to practice how to make a suggestion and how to answer them. In the screen you can see a conversation between George and Harris. So let's see. Why don't we go back to the village and ask for help? It's a suggestion. Maybe we could ask someone for direction. It's an answering. This is one example of how to make a suggestion and how to give an answer. Let's see. Let's learn more about making suggestion and answering to the suggestion. Some is given here. See, why don't you ask Neil to help you out? Good idea. The suggestion was this. Why can't we ask help from Neil? And what was the answer for that suggestion? Good idea. Now next one. What about or how about asking Neil to help you out? What is the answer here? Thanks a lot for the wonderful suggestion. You could or we could help. We could ask Neil to help you or us out. Are you sure that they will help? Why didn't I think of that? These three are just an example of how to ask help and how to make a suggestion and how can we answer according to that situation. We can just have a role play on this. In your textbook, 3 situations are given there. What shall we do on Saturday? Second one, how can we make the new student feel welcome? Third one, where can the class go for a picnic? I will call randomly 2 students and you have to come forward and you have to make a role play based on the situation. You are ready now? Let's practice. Then only we will be able to understand and we will be able to make suggestion and we can answer them also. So this is all a small example of the situation which we have discussed now. Let's go on through this. What shall we do on Saturday? The suggestion is maybe we could visit the book fair. Answer is that sound good. This is the second situation. How can we help? How can we make the new student feel welcome? This is the situation and suggestion is what about surprising him or her with a gift? Are you sure they will help? Maybe we can invite him or her spend some time with us during the weekend. So this is the answer given to that suggestion. Let's see the third one. Where can the class go for a picnic? That is the situation and a suggestion is made like this. I suggest we can go to Adirapalli Falls for our class picnic. And why? What is the answer here? Why don't we ask the other section for their suggestion as well? This is the answer given. So students, you are ready? Let's move on. Next we are going to learn about hyphens. You can see a hyphen there. Now let's see what is the use of hyphens. We use a hyphen to join 2 or more words serving as a single adjective before a noun. Next, use a hyphen with compound numbers. Use a hyphen to avoid confusion or an awkward combination of letters. Let's go on with more examples so you will be able to understand it clearly. Here you can see more example. Join 2 or more words serving as a single adjective before the noun. See here, well-known author. Here author is the noun and non is the adjective. When we are using a word before a single adjective, we can use that hyphen. Chocolate covered peanut. See where we have used the hyphen. Next one, use for compound numbers. When we are using two or more numbers like this, 22, 32, 24, 58, numbers like this, in order to we use like this in order to separate that numbers. Next, to make separate words easier, to make or separate words easier, if some words will be there, it will be very difficult to read. If we are putting a hyphen in between that, it will be easy for us to read and understand. In your course book, page number 12, it's clearly given the use of hyphens to join two or more words together. When we are joining two or more words together, we can use hyphen to separate that words. Obstacle, hyphen is there, field, road. Now second one, to make up an adjective with two or more words. George was a 20. 20, as we already learned, number is an adjective. Year, old, also adjective. Man, here we are joining, here we are making a sentence with two or more adjective. In order to separate that adjective, we use the hyphen here. The third one, to make two separate words easier to read, to make it read easy way. Some difficult spelled words will be there. If we put a hyphen there, it will be easy for us to read and to avoid confusion also. In your textbook, a small activity is there. I want you all to do this. I'm going to give you some time. Later we will discuss the answer in our class itself. Let's see what are the answer for this questions. Here is the answer. Go through this answer, and if anything is wrong, make it right. Next, we can move on to listening section. Here I will read you a story. You all have to listen to the story very carefully, and after listening the story, you have to answer the following questions given in your textbook. Okay, you take page number 20 from your course book and listen very carefully. I'm going to read out the story. Listen. After that, you have to answer the questions. Once upon a time, Nasruddin Hoja was walking towards the border, a line that separated his country from another. He led a donkey by a rope, and the donkey was carrying large bales of straw. When the border inspector saw Hoja, he smiled. Ah, this man is a trickster. Surely he is taking something illegally across the border. Watch this, he whispered. I shall find his smuggled goods. The inspector stopped Hoja. Sir, you must allow me to search your donkey. I am certain you are smuggling valuable goods across the border into Persia. Hoja nodded. Search away, he said, but I am afraid you will find nothing but straw. The inspector began his search. He pulled at the bundles of straw, scattering straw here and there, everywhere, but he found nothing. So the inspector had to let Hoja go. The next week the same thing happened, and the same thing again the week after that. Years went by and still the inspector found nothing. And then one day Hoja simply stopped crossing the border. But the inspector could not stop thinking of him. He decided to visit Hoja in his hometown of Akshar, for he wanted to know the truth. He found Hoja sitting in the marketplace enjoying some coffee. "Sir," said the inspector, "excuse me, but I have to know, all those years when you crossed the border and we searched you, were you smuggling something?" Hoja asked at the inspector and smiled his sweetest smile. "Yes, I will tell you now," he said. "I was smuggling donkeys." Hope you all have listened the story very carefully. Now you have to find answer for this question and write it in your notebook. Here we are moving with some vocabulary. We are dealing with the spellings and magic with spellings. The word stitch and teach end with the same sound, but they are spelled in different ways. Both end with CH, but the pronunciation is different. Here some words are there. You have to either add CH or TCH to that words. And let's see what is the meaning and what is the pronunciation. Randomly, I'm going to call some of you. You have to come forward and give answer. Before that, I'm giving you 2 minutes to go through the words and find out your answer. Here is the answer for the question which we have discussed. So my dear students, I hope you all have done it right. Now let's move on to the next section. This is a small assignment for you to create a scrapbook about your family. Draw your family tree, then interview 3 different members of your family and showcase them in your scrapbook. And you have to mention the following things: how you interviewed them, in person, on phone, letter, email, Skype, Google Meet, Zoom, whatever things. What is the relation between that member and you? What is the relationship? Where they were born, where they spent their childhood, their favorite memory from childhood. All these things you have to ask them, make an interview of your family member, and you have to write it in your scrapbook. Thank you, student. Thank you for listening.